Hapon kanina na magsimulang maglutangan sa social media ang mga video at larawang ito. Sa post, sinabi ng mga residente na inuko pa raw ng mga armadong lalaki ang main road at mga intersection ng Marawi City. Hindi raw sila makalabas. Humingi rin sila ng tulong. Sa ilang larawan, sinabi pa nilang nagtayunan ng mga flag ng teroristang Islamic State o ISIS. Ang ilang kuha naman, makikita na ang mga sundalo at sasakyan ng militar sa lungsod. Kalaunan, sinabi ng Armed Forces of the Philippines na Maute Group ang nanggugulo sa lungsod. Ayon naman sa source na News 5 sa PNP, tinangka raw kasing ihain ng warrant of arrest laban kay Isnilon Hapilon at kanyang anak. Pero lumaban ang kanilang mga tauhan. Sa isa pang intel source naman na News 5, nasa 400 bandido raw ang pwersa ng Maute sa Marawi na nakibahagi sa panggugulo. Buong gabing nagpapadala ng larawan ang mga kausap namin doon, tulad na lang ng sinunog raw ang City Jail. Pati bangko, kolehiyo, ilang government offices. Sa isang litrato, kita ang isang sasakyan ng PNP na nilagyan ng bandera ng ISIS. Kita rin sa litrato ang isang umano'y miyembro ng ISIS. Marami sa mga ito nakasuot na itim na maluwag na damit na kinikilala sa buong mundo na uniforme na ginagamit ng ISIS. Pakiusap ng mayor ng Marawi, huwag sanang kubkubin ang City Hall. Humingi siya ng dagdag pang pwersa bukod sa aerial support para masawata ang Maute Group. Ang Marawi City ay tinuturing na nag-iisang Islamic City sa buong Pilipinas. Umaaksyon, Marlene Alcaide, News 5.
Tiniyak ng Special Action Force o SAF ng Philippine National Police na sapat ang kanilang puwersa at may mga makabagong kagamitan para ipagpatuloy ang kanilang mandato bilang tagaligtas ng bayan. Nagbabalik si Eunice Monte.
Counter-terrorism, counter-insurgency, hostage rescue at iba't iba pang buwis buhay na special operations. Ito ang tungkulin ng PNP SAF o Special Action Forces. Lihib man sa kaalaman ng iba, ang SAF ay ang tinaguriang silent operators ng ating bansa. Tinatagpa ni dating Pangulong Fidel V. Ramos, ang SAF ay 3 dekada at 4 na taon nang naglilingkod sa taong bayan. Kaya naman sa kanilang selebrasyon, tiniyak ni Police Director Benjamin Lusad na sapat ang kanilang puwersa at mas updated na ang kanilang kagamitan para ipagpatuloy ang kanilang mandato bilang tagaligtas.
We'll be coming up with more units to be able to handle yung situation natin. And so, yung pong capability enhancement program for the Special Action Force is continuing, both sa personnel, sa equipage, sa training, and everything.
Naniniwala rin ng SAF Director na mas mataas ang moral ngayon ng SAF dahil sa suportang ibinibigay ng Pangulo.
The President relies on us. He expects us to do the job that we can. Katulad po ng sinasabi ng ating Chief PNP, yung ating pong Special Action Force is the last bastion of the Philippine National Police. And so, yung pong standard na yun po ang aming iniingatan at aming ginagawa para po sa sambayanan.
ISIS occupied a province and there is still fighting going on. And I have to go home because I should be there at this time. I come here to seek your friendship and to trade and establish trade and commerce with your country. I'm sorry if I hurry up, but I need to buy, if you can grant me a soft loan, or if I have the money and pay, I'll get right away. Because the arms that we ordered from America was cancelled. And I'm having a problem now with the ISIS. There's a rebellion in the world.
Я хочу в начале нашей беседы выразить соболезнования в связи с гибелью людей в вашей стране, которая произошла вследствие террористической атаки. Я и мои коллеги, мы с полным пониманием относимся к тому, что вы вынуждены вернуться срочно на родину. Хочу выразить надежду на то, что конфликт, о котором вы сейчас сказали, будет как можно быстрее урегулирован с наименьшими потерями.
And for those military offenders, you will have a summary hearing of a martial court. Military, they will be subjected to military laws. And I said, I warned everybody, everybody is everybody. The members of the military, police, and everyone, do not try to challenge government. No abuses of any kind. The courts are open. You can always go to the court. But in Mindanao, the remedy of habeas corpus is not available for you. And I will detain you, they said 36 hours. That is only when everything is smooth and you are only dealing with criminals and wrongdoers. I have a serious problem in Mindanao, and the ISIS has taken, the footprints are everywhere. And there are many, many foreigners and Caucasians looking. So they want to establish something there. But at the end of the day, I will say that I am not surprised by Lanao del Sur is also maybe in cahoots or cooperating. Lanao del Sur is the poorest province in the country. So in the next few months, the more available money will be used to introduce improvement of the place of every kind. We will rebuild the schools, provide livelihood, because I said poverty, or Mindanao has the highest incidence of poverty. So I am not surprised, and even the NPAs. So we have resumed the talks now. Last time was Doresa calling me, but I said I will not sign anything if there is fighting. I do not want to pick a fight with you guys, and I am referring to the NPAs. Allow me to focus the problems sa Mindanao, and maybe the spillover in the Visayas and in Luzon. If I think that the ISIS has already taken foothold also in Luzon, and terrorism is not really far behind, I might declare martial law throughout the country to protect the people.
Sir, do you think 60 days is enough, or are you looking at the possibility of going beyond 60 days?
Well, if it is not enough, I have told the Senate President who was with me, who was with my entourage in Moscow. Just only too bad that I had to abbreviate my trip because of what happened. We would have needed the services of everybody. And let me also remind in passing that last minute when we received the news about the Philippines, I decided to abort everything and come home. I told the security guys of Russia that if there's any chance that I can just talk to President Putin, even for 15 minutes, just to say hello and goodbye, and thank him for the splendid warm welcome. But he was in another region of Russia. You know, Russia is here it's so huge and vast. Ibang parte ng Russia is in Asia, and the other end, westward, is Europe. So it expands, the expanse is really big. But he decided last minute to fly, I don't know from where. And I was just asking for 10 minutes. We had about an hour and a half. We discussed everything, economic, security, assistance. And I said, I come here not really to ask for anything, but I ask that we be friends and allow me to do trade and commerce via your country in the eastern side of Europe. I am not in a position to divulge anything. Let me just use the word very productive. With me was the Secretary of Foreign Affairs and the Defense Secretary. And it was good. And I am both today happy that President Putin was very accommodating, as a matter of fact, very liberal. But I'm also sad because our countrymen are suffering in Mindanao right now.
Last from my end, sir. How confident are you with our intel capabilities? Do you think there was a failure of intelligence with what happened in Marawi? Because I believe Secretary Lorenzana said yesterday that there was an apparent lack of appreciation in the
You know,
intel
the
info.
freedom of expression is not an exclusive thing for the Christians and other religions. Marami na silang pumunta dito, especially in the guise of being a member of the Tabligh. Tabligh is an organization that would be similar to what the Catholics would call the Knights of Columbus. And if they had been in and out of the country without really bringing anything that is prohibited, contraband of drugs, we do not have the power to just confront them and drive them away. If it is a religious connected activity, we cannot just, there is freedom of expression and freedom to worship your own religion. It is guaranteed in the Constitution. And it is not an exclusive right for Christians and others religion. It applies to all the Filipino nation because we follow democracy. Andito na yan sila noon. Some of them are Arabs, look, well, I don't know, and we never asked. They were all around, including the Caucasian-looking guys. But in recent encounters, we have killed a lot of them. And government is very strong. We just don't want anything that could react to a flick of a finger. But I am sure that we can overcome them in due time. Kaya pakiusap ko naman sa mga kababayan ko, yung mga kadugo ko na Moro. I said, I do not want to fight you. I do not want a quarrel with the Moro people. And the talks between the MI and the MN and the others will continue. We will continue with the talks. Miswari is out, enjoying his freedom outside. And if Maria Season will come home, I will allow him. And he can have also his freedom. Maria Season is old, is sick, and he deserves to be where he belongs, considering the imponderables of life. Lahat naman tayo, we go sometime, and it is a terrible thing, I said, to die in another country. So all those NPAs, and in the meantime, if there is a cessation of hostilities, you can go anywhere. But my orders to the armed forces and to the police, they cannot be denied, or government cannot deny access to any barangay in any part of the Philippines. Nobody claims their territory, including the Communist Party. Sabi nila, this is a controlled, no such thing. Every inch of this republic is owned by the people of the Philippines, government. Kaya kayong sa mga NPA, those in the bundok, you can come down and have dinner with me in my house as long as we stop fighting. But, you know, this is a 50-year war. Mag-50 years now. That's why I was posing a question to them. What do you want another 50 years of fighting. I do not want it. I loathe it. I hate it. I hate killing Filipinos. But do not give me no option. Because we are prepared, government is to wage war for another 50 years. Or at least during my term. I will not allow government to be playing a secondary role. Nothing of this sort, and I will not allow it. And if I have to enforce the law, ang target ko kasing isa yung droga. As I have said before, nobody was listening, and the skeptics and the hypocrites itong human rights. Itong droga na ito is being produced in numbers. And every time we make raids, tangkidigara tawag nila sa atin, our tanks and everything are put to use because they are well defended with machine guns and everything. I have lost more than 200 soldiers and personnel. If you count the previous atrocities, including the Zamboanga siege, marami na akong patay na sundalo pati. This has to stop. This has to stop. So everyone, let go of your firearms. It could be a pistol, revolver, or it could be a rifle, because you will die. My orders are really to shoot. And for the police, I was outside when this happened. There was also kidnapping by the police. My order was 2 million apiece, dead or alive. Saan niyo sabihin niyo, human rights you're listening. Duterte, andito na naman siya. Saan niya natutunan niyang dead or alive? Reward, dead or alive? Sa Amerikano. Sa mga sine, si Clint Eastwood, si Gary Cooper, tapos si Jesse James, Billy the Kid, reward, dead or alive. So what's wrong in copying a good method of attaining peace? All you have to do is follow the Americans. Kayo nag-invento niyang reward, dead or alive, 2 million for the neck, for the head of those policemen. Putang ina kayo, talagang papatayin ko. Let's say kayo. Sinabi ko nga kayong sa gobyerno, kayo ang mamaunang mamatay. Do not feed me because you are adding trouble to the country. It will never be the same. Mindanao will never be the same after this. If I need another 60 days, I'll go to the Senate President and explain to him. He's from Mindanao. He's here, Senator Pimentel, the Senate President. And I've invited them to go to Davao and to listen to the briefing so that I can issue the order. As to ASO, I don't know if it is declared illegal or not. But it is the practice. I made a research. Martial law includes arrests without warrant, search without warrant. So if the ASO will be implemented by the armed forces and the police. I had so many in mind, but skeptical ako. It is dito na lang tayo sa present setup. The Defense Department under General Simato and the Chief of Staff. Anyo is supposed to retire next week, but I said it's not good to be changing horses midstream. He is extended in his tour of duty for another 6 months. And after that, we will review.